big mistake letting other people's voices speak for you and impact your choices.
It's not your fault that your intuitive voice has a supporting role. There's so much noise out there, and it's drowning out your inner voice. Feeling chaotic and unclear and frustrated, you're not alone. It happens when too much external noise is overruling our lives. Hi, I'm Laura at I Am Laura McGahey, and I give tools and insights to help others live lighter and merrier. If you want to turn the tables, feel calmer and brighter, and let your intuition be your guide, then tune into this episode.
I'll share 4 ways that you can tune into your intuition and help you shift from being a passenger in your own life to a conscious creator.
So there was a time when other people's voices and ideas took the leading role and guided my life choices. And what happened was it left me feeling quite dull, and I was experiencing a lot of body symptoms and sensations that were really unpleasant, like hives, headaches very often, and digestion issues, etc. And I thought, this isn't the way I should be living. This isn't it. So I had to tune inwards to really start finding the answers. And one was listening to myself. So let my mistake here guide you towards better living. The real you is buried under so much stuff. Different ways our culture and our society tells us that we're valuable is by, needing to seek external validation and support for our choices, when really it begins within. What you can do to help is get clarity. It's in the stillness and quietness of nature that we can find this. The real you is buried under so much clutter and debris and noise. So the trick here is to start to peel that away and find the real you and the real truth that wants to come through you. Your body is sending you signals all the while to help guide you. And this can really help to give you the space to hear that whisper that's coming from within you. Life is inherently busy. It's the way it is. We have to put it in the calendar and make a point of actually giving ourselves the quiet time that we need. It could be daily, it could be start once per week, it could be 2 times per day, whatever might be available to you, but start getting still and quiet. And I'm not meaning meditate, it could be out for a walk. A daily walk is a great idea. So once you begin to have this quiet time regularly, you get to attune to how your inner voice is speaking to you. It could be through whispers, it could be through hunches, it could be through body sensations, the way your heart's responding. The different ways, and you'll get to know how your body responds and what that's trying to tell you. You can also reflect on the past. Looking back, let your lessons be lessons for, doing things differently, or perhaps strengths when you did stand up for yourself and you did attune to your inner voice and listen to it, follow through and make choices based on what your inner voice was saying. Let that be a source of strength for you going forwards. So reflection has a really powerful way of building our own self-confidence. So you build this strong foundation of self-trust and self-confidence when you do look back and take stock of all of the lessons and the strengths you've gained. When I was in my 20s and I was about to get married, I found myself in a situation where I was hearing other people's stories of how they followed through with a marriage and were completely unhappy. And I, at the time, also was sort of questioning myself. So I was engaged, I wasn't married yet. But I was having all of these sorts of body signals and symptoms, and at the same time, I'm hearing people's stories, and I realized through them sharing that was speaking exactly to my situation. And I'm not going to say always that we listen to other people's stories and think it applies to us, but maybe parts of other people's stories can apply to us. And in that case, it really was true for me. And I realized the power of sharing, and that's a big reason for me being on this platform here. Is so that I can share my experiences and hopefully help people drive their lives in a peaceful and lighter way forwards. Once I heard these stories, I began to really sort of reflect on them and realize that if I went down this path, I was ignoring my own signals that were being sent specifically for me. If I was to ignore those, that I was going to end up in a quite unhappy state. And I thought it was not only unfair to myself, but to all the people around me, and especially to my then fiance. So again, the power of stories and sharing can really help us anchor into understanding our inner voice, sense of perspective. We see other patterns. We see consequences if we don't attune to our inner voice. We might get motivation or deepen our sense of community. And then lastly, it is to attune to your inner wisdom, attune to the body sensations that are coming through specifically for you. Your intuition is your personal guidance system. It's there to guide you exactly along the path that you're meant to take. So don't ignore those signals. It's like a GPS map where you put in your end destination, what you want, where you want to go, and you follow the path. But if you deviate from that path, there's like reroutes. It'll give you new pathways forward. So your internal guidance system is like that for you too. It's not, no judgment. It's just for learning and living along the way and recalibrating, readjusting so that you can follow through to the life that you desire.
And that you're meant to live.
Live lighter, live merrier by releasing the need for that external validation. You alone have the wisdom within. Of course, there's people around that can support. Make sure you have the right people on your side. Take a breath of fresh air and just feel that weight released when you realize you don't need other people's validation. You alone are enough. Your intuition is designed perfectly for you, and to begin to trust that more and more. An affirmation for you, as well as a daily check-in prompt, are 2 videos in this playlist that are available to you. Remember, you have a choice. Be empowered, make changes in your life for good, live lighter and merrier.
Consider subscribing. Thank you.